Before you buy your next CPU in 2026, stop, close the tab, walk away. Right now, thousands of PC builders are about to make one of the most expensive mistakes of their lives. They see discounts, big core counts, old high-end names, and think they're getting a steal. They're not. They're buying traps. In this video, I'll expose exactly which CPUs to never buy in 2026, with real examples including release years and performance numbers. No brand loyalty, no hype, just performance, value, and long-term smart decisions. Let's start with the biggest trap: dead platforms. The dead platform trap. A dead platform means a CPU socket with no future upgrades. You're locked in. When you need more performance, you can't just upgrade the CPU. You'll need a new motherboard, new RAM, maybe even a new cooler. What looked like saving money becomes the most expensive upgrade path possible. Real CPUs to avoid: dead platforms. Intel LGA 1700 2021 to 2023. Core i9 12900K 2021. 8 P cores, 8 E cores. Core i7 12700K 2021. 8 P cores, 4 E cores. Core i5 12400 2022. 6 P cores. Core i3 12100 2022. 4 P cores. Intel moved to LGA 1851 in 2024. No new CPUs ever for LGA 1700. You're stuck forever. AMD AM4 2017 to 2023. Ryzen 7 5800X3D 2022. 8 cores, 16 threads. Great gaming CPU, but AM4 is finished. Ryzen 9 5950X 2020. 16 cores, 32 threads. Ryzen 5 5600X 2020. 6 cores, 12 threads. Ryzen 7 5700G 2021, 8 cores with graphics. AM4 is legendary, but dead. No future CPUs, no DDR5, no PCIe 5.0. Older Intel. Core i9 9900K 2018, 8 cores, 16 threads. LGA 1151. Used motherboards are scarce and expensive. Smart buyers ask, what will my next upgrade cost? If the platform is dead, your system is on a timer. The fake value CPU trap. High core counts, old flagship names, big discounts. Looks amazing on paper. In reality, outperformed by modern mid-range CPUs. Architecture matters more than core count. Instructions per clock, cache, latency, these matter. Real CPUs to avoid: fake value. AMD Threadripper 1750X 2017, 16 cores, 32 threads. Was $999, now maybe $250. Zen 1 architecture. Single core performance is 60% of modern CPUs. Power draw 180 watts. A Ryzen 5 5600X 2020 for $130 beats it in gaming, uses half the power, and needs expensive TR4 motherboard. Intel Core i9 10980XE 2019, 18 cores, 36 threads. Was $979, now $300 to $400. Cascade Lake X on 14 nanometer. An Intel Core i5 12400 2022 for $150 outperforms it in gaming. Consumes 165 watts, needs exotic cooling, dead X299 platform. Intel Core i9 9980XE 2018, 18 cores. Even older. Terrible single core, over 200 watts. A space heater, not a gaming PC. AMD Ryzen 9 3900X 2019, 12 cores, 24 threads. Was $499. A Ryzen 5 7600X 2023 for $200 destroys it in games, uses 105 watts versus 140, and gives you DDR5 and future upgrades. The cheap CPU, expensive motherboard combo. Core i9-9900K 2018 looks cheap at $180 used. A decent Z390 motherboard now costs $150 to $200 because they're scarce. Total platform, $330 to $380. A modern Core i5-13400 2023 on B660 costs less, performs better, and has an upgrade path. CPU price alone is a lie. Total system cost is the truth. The CPU bottleneck trap. In 2026, GPUs are monsters. But if you pair a powerful GPU with a weak CPU, you lose performance you already paid for. Your GPU sits waiting. Frame rates drop. You get stutters. Real CPUs that will bottleneck modern GPUs. Intel Core i3-10100/10105F 2020, 4 cores, 8 threads. Pair with an RTX 4070, you'll get 40 to 50% GPU utilization, half your performance gone. AMD Ryzen 3 3100/3300X 2020, 4 cores, 8 threads. Will hold back even an RTX 4060. Intel Pentium Gold G7400 2022, 2 cores, 4 threads, e-waste for gaming in 2026, constant 100% usage. Intel Core Celeron G6900 2022, 2 cores, 2 threads, unusable for gaming. Intel Core i5-8400/9400F 2018/2019, 6 cores, 6 threads. No hyperthreading, will bottleneck RTX 3060 and above. AMD Ryzen 5 2600/2600X 2018, 6 cores, 12 threads on Zen Plus, single core 30% slower than modern CPUs. A balanced system always wins. A $550 GPU with a $300 modern CPU delivers a smoother experience than an $800 GPU with a $150 CPU. Always. Balanced examples for 2026. Ryzen 5 7600 2023 plus RTX 5070. Core i5-14600K 2023 plus RX 8800 XT. Ryzen 7 9800 X3D 2024 plus RTX 5090. The power-hungry inefficiency trap. Some CPUs deliver mediocre performance while drinking power like it's free. They run hot, need expensive coolers, increase noise, and demand bigger power supplies. Real CPUs to avoid. Inefficient. Intel Core i9-11900K 2021, 8 cores, up to 250 watts under load. Performs worse than a Ryzen 5 7600X 2023 that draws 105 watts. Needs a $100 plus cooler versus a $40 air cooler. Needs bigger power supply. Intel Core i7-11700K 2021, 220 watts. Outperformed by $150 modern CPUs, drawing 65 watts. AMD FX 9590 2013, 8 cores, 220 watts. Needs liquid cooling. A modern $100 CPU like i3-12100 2022 destroys it at 60 watts. Intel Core i9-10900K 2020, 10 cores, over 200 watts. Outperformed by Ryzen 5 7600X 2023 at 65 watts. AMD Ryzen 7 2700X 2018, 105 watts but poor performance per watt. A Ryzen 5 5600 2022 matches its multi-core at 65 watts. In 2026, efficiency is part of performance. If a CPU needs extreme cooling just to maintain advertised speeds, it's not a smart purchase. The CPU marketing trap. CPUs sold on buzzwords and flashy numbers, not real-world value. Real examples of overhyped CPUs. Intel Core i9-13900KS 2023, marketed as world's fastest with 6 GHz boost. That 6 GHz is barely achievable without extreme cooling. Performance gain over regular 13900K is 2 to 3%. Price premium was $150 to $200. Intel Core i7-12700K 2021, marketed as future-proof, now on dead LGA 1700, outperformed by cheaper, newer CPUs. AMD Ryzen 7 5800X3D 2022. Still performs well, but buying it new in 2026 means locking yourself to dead AM4, no upgrade path. If you buy CPUs based on ads, you overpay. Benchmarks tell the truth. Real-world testing tells the truth. The nostalgia trap. Buying CPUs because you remember when the brand was dominant. Markets change fast. Real CPUs people buy out of nostalgia. Intel Pentium 4, 2000 to 2008, can't run modern browsers smoothly. Single core, no hyperthreading. AMD Athlon X64 X2, 2005, dual core, no modern instructions. Can't run Windows 11. Intel Core 2 Quad Q6600, 2007, legendary overclocker. Today, a $50 Intel N100 runs circles around it at 6 watts versus 105 watts. AMD FX 8350, 2012. 8 cores sounds impressive. Single core worse than modern Pentium. 125 watts of slow, hot disappointment. Do not buy based on past reputation. Buy based on current performance and value. Long-term thinking. Most people think about performance today. Few think about 2 or 3 years from now. Platforms with future upgrade support. AMD AM5 2022 to 2027 plus. Ryzen 5 7600 2023, 6 cores 65W on AM5 upgradable. Ryzen 7 7800 X3D 2023, 8 cores 120W. Ryzen 9 9950X 3D 2025, latest flagship. Confirmed to support multiple future generations. Drop in a new CPU in 2027 without changing motherboard or RAM. Intel LGA 1851 2024 Plus. Core Ultra 5 245K 2024. Core Ultra 7 265K 2024. Core Ultra 9 285K 2024. At least one more generation confirmed. Platforms to avoid. Intel LGA 1700, last CPUs 2023, no future. AMD AM4, last CPUs 2023, no future. What smart buyers actually do in 2026. They calculate total system cost. They prioritize single core and gaming performance. They choose platforms with future support. They avoid weak CPU plus powerful GPU pairings. They avoid inefficient CPUs that need expensive cooling. They compare real benchmarks, not marketing. Smart choices for 2026 with release years. Budget gaming, under $150. AMD Ryzen 5 7500F 2023. 6 cores, 65W on AM5 upgradable. Intel Core i5 14400F 2024 on LGA 1700, dead platform, only if very cheap. Mid-range, $200 to $300. AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D 2023, best gaming on AM5. Intel Core Ultra 5 245K 2024, new platform, good all-rounder. High-end, $400 plus. AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 3D 2025, maximum performance on AM5. Intel Core Ultra 9 285K 2024, 24 cores total. Value King. AMD Ryzen 5 7600F 2023, $180 to $200, 6 cores, 65W on AM5 upgradable. Perfect for most users. Smart buyers chase the best value, not the cheapest or the most expensive. Cheap and good are not the same. Expensive and good are not the same. Value is what matters. Final summary. CPUs to never buy in 2026. Trap type. Real CPUs examples with release years. Dead platform. Intel i9-12900K 2021, i7-12700K 2021, AMD Ryzen 7 5800X3D 2022, Ryzen 9 5950X 2020. Fake value. AMD Threadripper 1950X 2017, Intel i9-10980XE 2019, i9-9980XE 2018, Ryzen 9 3900X 2019. Bottleneck risks. Intel i3-10100X 2020, i5 8400 2018. AMD Ryzen 3 3100 2020, Ryzen 5 2600 2018. Inefficient. Intel i9 11900K 2021, i7 11700K 2021, AMD FX 9590 2013, FX 8350 2012. Marketing traps. Intel i9 13900KS 2023, i7 12700K at high prices. Nostalgia. Pentium 4 2000s, Athlon X64 X2 2005, Core 2 Quad Q6600 2007, AMD FX 8350 2012. If this video helped you avoid a bad CPU purchase, subscribe. This channel is about real performance, real value, and smart long-term decisions. Write your current CPU in the comments with its release year. I'll tell you honestly if it still makes sense in 2026.
In the next video, I'll break down the GPUs you should avoid in 2026 with real benchmarks and real performance.
That video will save you even more than this one. Thanks for watching.